Oh, this is one of them ones. Now, look, I don't really watch Fox News at all. I might check it out here and there. But I got to say, man, Jesse Waters is on point with this. This is something that they don't want you to see or know about. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button. Let me know if you guys are ready for what I'm about to show you, because this is about to get crazy. Let's go.
Fox News alert, an emergency meeting in the White House Situation Room today where Kamala Harris looks like a nervous wreck. As the Middle East is on the verge of spiraling into a regional war, an American carrier...
Wait, this is a real picture. AKA, this was posted by POTUS. So this was posted by the Biden administration. Of course, you got Kamala Harris running for president. You got Anthony Blinken, who a lot of people say is running the United States of America. So that's a real picture. Let's go.
Fox News alert, an emergency meeting in the White House Situation Room today where Kamala Harris looks like a nervous wreck. As the Middle East is on the verge of spiraling into a regional war, an American carrier strike group has been rushed into the Gulf as Iran could strike Israel at any moment. American soldiers have already been injured this afternoon in a barrage of rocket attacks on a military base in Iraq. This while Americans woke up at home to a bloodbath.
The Dow opened down more than 1,000 points, fueling fears of a recession amid a global...
Wait. For a lot of people that don't even know, this is not even getting that much attention, but there were U.S. citizens that were struck in Iraq at one of our military bases, and that's not getting talked about enough.
Of rocket attacks on a military base in Iraq. This while Americans woke up at home to a bloodbath.
The Dow opened down more than 1,000 points, fueling fears of a recession amid a global market meltdown.
Quadruple-digit loss now in the Dow. 1,000 points.
Never been down 1,000 points ever, not even intraday on the NASDAQ.
Is that true?
That is true.
A rise like that is historically a sign that a recession is imminent.
The economy is either in or close to a recession.
What you're seeing right now, the stock market, is what Americans have been feeling for the last 3 years. It's just a manifestation of it right now.
Take a deep breath. It is very scary.
Over $1 trillion wiped out as Bidenomics looks like it's blowing up right before the election.
Yes, because bloodbath, I know the media tried to make a big deal out of the bloodbath term that Trump used, but bloodbath really does mean an economic bloodbath. It means that the economy is not doing great. Stock market, it could be used for anything financial.
Looks like it's blowing up right before the election. Someone must be proud.
That is called Bidenomics. That is called Bidenomics, and we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Trump saying today, stock markets are crashing, job numbers are terrible. We are headed to the World War III, and we have two of the most incompetent leaders in history. This is not good. He calls it the Kamala crash. Economists say she detonated the biggest debt bomb in American history when she cast the tie-breaking vote on the $2 trillion spending bill.
The yeas are 50, the nays are 50, the Senate being equally divided. The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the concurrent resolution as amended is adopted.
Kamala and Biden raided the Treasury, handed out corporate welfare, imported 10 million foreign workers, declared a war on energy, and then patted themselves on the back.
Mr. President, what do you want your legacy for Gen Z to be?
Cure the economy.
Two economic illiterate tax and spend puppets gave a chip company, Intel, $8 billion of your money. And right under their noses, Intel said thanks and laid off 15,000 workers. This AI bubble, the only thing that's keeping the market afloat, that Bidenomics funded with your tax dollars, could pop before the election. Americans are maxed out on credit cards and are taking on second jobs to keep up, but could soon lose both jobs because of the recklessly corrupt mismanagement of our economy, which will probably end up in another big tech bailout. Watch. The election was already about the economy. And if today's bloodbath continues, voters deserve answers from Harris, who hasn't done an interview since June. A lot's happened since June. And is Kamala even capable of explaining capital markets, labor markets, the global economy? In the book, This Will Not Pass, the authors say while Biden was negotiating with Republicans for $1 trillion in new spending, Kamala piped in out of nowhere and asked for $4 trillion. And Biden dismissed her comment immediately. Imagine if she had gotten her way. She's never had a job in the private sector and doesn't even know why inflation even happens.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this.
Whoa. She has no idea what she's about to say, does she?
Let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
What?
And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas
No. Really?
costs more. Families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up.
Oh my God.
Thanks. She doesn't even understand what makes prices go up and down. And if she were elected, she'd have stewardship over the most technologically advanced economy in human history, yet believes when you save things on your computer onto the cloud, it actually goes into the clouds.
No longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud.
What?
That exists above us, right? It's no longer in a physical place.
With Economics for Dummies at her bedside table and Morning Joe on her DVR, does it really even matter what Kamala knows? It doesn't. She's told what to do. This is what she's really all about. Watch.
We have to stay active. And, you know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke.
This is Kamala's economic philosophy. Equity. She wants to redistribute the wealth and give it to people based on what they look like.
Equality suggests often everybody should get the same thing. Well, that often assumes everybody started out in the same place, as opposed to equity, which is everyone should end up in the same place. And if you then understand not everybody started out in the same place, you understand some people need more. So we all end up in the same place.
Ending up in the same place is communism.
I think Biden's better. This is scary. Like, I hate that I'm saying that, but it's true.
And it's unfeasible. But the arrogance to believe that you, Kamala Harris, who's never run a business, is going to re-engineer the entire U.S. economy so that everybody ends up in the same place, makes the same amount, has the same stuff, is a fantasy and goes against human nature, which she doesn't understand. But they won't let Kamala ever say that again. They have to make this election about caring instead of competence. The Democrat machine is creating fomentum around a woman they tried to strip off the ticket just last year. That's why Obama didn't want Kamala. And his people are telling CNN, Democrats are being irrational.
There's a lot of irrational exuberance on the side of, on the Democratic side of the aisle right now, because there was despair for some period of time about what November was going to look like. Now people feel like there's a chance. But it is absolutely Trump's race to lose right now. Everybody should be sober about that on the Democratic side.
Democrats are still buzzed from the coup, but are about to wake up to a vicious hangover when they realize they're nominating a radical San Francisco socialist to debate a businessman during a recession that she caused and can't explain.
Damn. Jesse Waters, he's cooking. What is happening? Jesse Waters, my guy. He's cooking, man. I got to give it to him on that. He's He surprised the heck out of me on this topic. Should we do another one? I think we should do one more. I think we should do. I think I got one more from Jesse Waters. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
It's not easy overthrowing a president. It takes a village. The Clintons, Obamas, Schumer, and the ringleader, Nancy Pelosi, all came together to kick Biden out. Pelosi was finally asked about it.
Please tell us what you told President Biden to persuade him to step aside.
Well, I've never shared any conversations with the president of the United States publicly. No.
It said that he's furious at you. Is he?
Well, he knows that I love him very much.
I understand that you don't want to
Wait, I never saw this. This is new.
own this. But it is so well reported that you were the leader of a pressure campaign.
No, I wasn't a leader of any pressure party. Well, let me say things that I didn't do. I didn't call one person. I did not call one person. I could always say to him, I never called anybody. What I'm saying is I had confidence that the president would make the proper choice for our country, whatever that would be. And I said that, whatever that is, we'll go with.
Biden didn't make a choice. He was staring down the barrel of a gun. Pelosi and the Democrats went for what Biden cared about most, his legacy. They brandished the 25th Amendment, threatened to yank his presidential library, and deployed a coordinated media strike to tarnish his rep. Biden knows the game and is never speaking to Nancy again.
Have you spoken to President Biden since he dropped out?
No, I have not.
Do you hope to?
Yes, I hope to.
Yeah.
We're all busy.
Is everything okay with
Wow, they haven't spoken.
your relationship?
You'd have to ask him.
We know how Washington works. They gave 10% to the big guy and
wow, they really did push him out.
Showered him with flattery.
Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States.
What?
Want to know what comes?
What?
Flattery.
Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States. Want to know what comes next?
That he belongs up there on Mount Rushmore. Lincoln and Joe Biden.
But you got Teddy Roosevelt up there, and he's wonderful. I don't say take him down, but you can add Biden.
Leslie Stahl.
What?
Who believes everything Democrats tell her. Laptop wasn't real. COVID was natural. Couldn't believe Biden on Mount Rushmore. I'm sure they'll build him a statue that the Arab Spring breakers will tear down on a hot summer night. But the Democrat patronage mill is in full swing. Obama was forced to endorse Kamala, so now his top strategist is being paid to run the Harris campaign. Bill and Hillary endorsed. Now their daughter, Chelsea, is angling to be the ambassador to Great Britain if Kamala wins. It's usually a gig reserved for major fundraisers or well-connected WASPs, not for Clinton nepotism. After talking about all this, I feel like I have to take a shower. Charlie Hertz, a Fox News contributor. Mount Rushmore, Charlie, Biden on Mount Rushmore. Can you believe it?
Yeah, even Leslie Stahl couldn't swallow that one. That was a whopper that was just a little bit too big. But you know, I think you have put your finger on something that I think is the most important thing about the moment right here. Everything you just said is exactly true about what Democrats did to get rid of Joe Biden. But the real thing that they did was they dried up the money. Because the Democrat Party, you know, you cannot like Donald Trump. I get people that don't like Donald Trump. But one thing you have to give Donald Trump credit for is he has broken the stranglehold that money has always had on politics in Washington. He beat Hillary Clinton after getting massively outspent by her in 2016. If you want to know who the big money party is, who is still in the grips of the big money donors today, it's the Democrat Party. And that's how Nancy Pelosi and Democrat leaders managed to get Joe Biden to quit. They dried up his money. And as soon as the big money bag men in the Democrat Party said they closed their purses to him, then he had no choice. It dried up. That's why Joe Biden has not spoken to Nancy Pelosi again and probably will never speak to her again. Although I do suspect that part of the whole deal will wind up with a massive massive payout to the Biden family.
Yeah, we'll wait to see what exactly that is. But you're so right. Trump's in touch with the people. He can fundraise off grassroots all day. Nancy knows Biden can't do it, knows Kamala can't do it. So they're just beholden to the highest bidder, and they always will be. And they just stop cutting checks. Here's more sound from Queen Pelosi. Listen.
You're both San Franciscans. What's your relationship like?
Our relationship is fine.
As somebody coming up in San Francisco politics and then more broadly California politics, did she ask you for mentorship? Did you give her advice?
Actually, the fact is, in that first race, I was for the incumbent. And I was for him because I respected him and his family. They're established, very progressive family in San Francisco, and they supported me. And if anybody knows anything about me, I'm loyal. She understood that.
Once that was over, once that primary was over?
It's over, it's over.
No, but I'm saying once it was over, did she reach out to you for any advice or mentorship?
Well, that isn't, that we're in, we all have our own, I always say to people, be yourself.
So they hate each other.
That's crazy, but it's not unexpected. There is a couple things I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I want to show you guys this video right here. Have you guys seen this?
Democrats are facing an uphill battle to keep control of the United States Senate, with multiple sitting senators at risk of losing their seats in red and purple states. The big question, has Kamala Harris at the top of the tickets made things easier or harder? I went to Ohio this week to dig into one of the nation's marquee races between Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown and his GOP opponent, Bernie Moreno. As Democrats rally behind Kamala Harris, in red states, it's more complicated. Like in Ohio, where Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown faces a stiff challenge from Trump-backed Republican Bernie Moreno, a race central to the fight for the Senate majority. Are you able to defend Kamala Harris's record?
My job is to fight for Ohio workers. You can talk about the president.
Wow, so he's a Democrat who just got asked about Kamala Harris, and he's not
to fight for Ohio workers. You can talk about the presidential race. That's your job. My job.
But it'll have an impact on this race.
Well, that's your opinion. I know that what will matter is people vote for me because I stand up for workers and will continue to fight for workers.
Ohio has become a GOP stronghold, with Trump carrying the state in 2020 by 8 points and a heavy favorite this fall. Plus, Brown is trying to defy this daunting trend. In 68 of the 69 Senate races in 2016 and 2020, voters elected a senator from the same party as their preferred presidential candidate.
Wow, so he's a Democrat that won't even back up Kamala Harris in Ohio?
You back much of the Harris-Biden agenda, so how hard is that going to be to run that far ahead of the top of the ticket?
As you know, and as I've said, I'm not a pundit, I'm not a commentator. I don't think of politics as left or right. I think of it as whose side you're on. Ohioans know I've been on their side.
Will you campaign with Kamala Harris if she comes here?
I have not. I have not.
No, he doesn't want to. Oh, this might be the first Democrat that's based that I've seen that really he's not with the propaganda.
I've got my own schedule. She's got her own schedule. I will focus on my race. My strategy is perhaps different from hers, talking about the differences on abortion rights and on minimum wage between Bernie Moreno and me, and how I fight every day for the dignity of work.
With Joe Manchin retiring in West Virginia, Democrats.
Wow, he wants nothing to do. That's pretty crazy, right? Wow. He actually wants nothing to do with Kamala Harris, and he's a Democrat running. Is he gonna win though? Is he gonna win Ohio? I'm not sure if he is. He's losing. That's why he doesn't want anything to do with her. Yeah, Bernie Moreno seems that he's gonna win. Thank you for your donation, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of the news. So let's go through it. We got stock market not doing good. The economy's not doing good. War about to break out in Israel. As an attack is imminent. People are waiting for it from Iran. We got Ukraine, Russia still happening. We got Taiwan tensions in China, between China and Taiwan. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, I saw Jamie Raskin. So I saw what they're plotting here. I did see this video. I'll play it again.
Again,
it's necessary, but it's not sufficient because what can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025 to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in civil war conditions, all because.
Wow. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about this clip. I'm waiting for the right live stream to really talk about it. We got to talk about the stream, bro. Greetings from Panama. The world is watching Vote Smart on November 5th. Wow, that's crazy. We got Panama in the building. Guys, I will be going to El Salvador this week. By the end of this week, I will be in El Salvador. I will be going to go check it out. I really wanted to go and check out what Bukele has done. Thank you for your donations, guys. Just in case it all falls apart tomorrow, here's $10. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button. As you heard, Jamie Raskin did say, you heard what he said, bro. You heard what he said. We got what's good from the Dominican Republic, Civil War, bro. He ain't ready. Yeah, man. You heard what he said, bro. You heard what he said. Ice Bear, you heard what he said right there. And for some reason, this is just what they're, but I don't know. Is this video old? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not even sure. My dog, Axelrod. Oh, I love that name, bro. Axelrod. That's fire. Heard that name before. Yeah, so that's what's going on. We got a lot of things moving, a lot of moving pieces. Actually, somebody, before we go, I don't know if I could play this video, but I'll play it anyways. Somebody said this is what would happen if you don't vote for Trump. I don't know. No, it's fine. The world is fine. As long as we get to, as long as Trump is not president. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I saw this and I thought it was funny. It was like everywhere the world is just like, you know what I mean? Just booming all around you. It's all booming all around you. But hey, as long as Trump is not president, we're good. We're good. We're great. We're doing great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Smash the like button if you guys can. I love y'all. And I'll be seeing you guys first thing tomorrow, man. Turn your notification bells on.